Just give your attendance first. Okay. So today I'm going to start. That is the second part of so exam amol you just exam amol you just turn off your audio, okay? So okay students, today I'm going to start that is second part of the pre-formulation studies. In the first part, do you have any confusion? Students, am I audible?
Audio is not clear.
Am I audible to you?
No, sir.
Now you are audible.
Sir, যোৱাকালি নিচিনা হৈ আছে sir.
Okay. Do you have same facing same difficulty in your previous class also?
No.
No, sir.
Okay.
Previous class was
Previous class also you have facing the same problem or not?
no, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm just checking for 5 minutes. If it is okay, then I will continue. Okay. Okay.
Now
Okay,
it's
sir.
clear.
Okay.
Now it's quite
Okay. Okay. Fine. So in the last class, I just explained that is the pre-formulation. That is introduction of the pre-formulation. So do you have any query regarding the pre-formulation studies? That past class I have already discussed. Anyone have any query regarding your previous class?
No, sir.
No. Are you understood something in your previous class
Sir,
or totally blank?
sir,
Yeah.
sir, sir, can you explain the stability analysis again?
Okay. And any query other than that? Any query other than that? Roshan, you want to say something? So students, you just turn on your videos that I can see you, okay? Okay, Priyanku, I can see Priyanku, then Lokman, okay. Okay, Injamamul, okay. Tanzil, okay. So stability study now. Okay, I will discuss all these things. Today I am going to share next part. Okay, in that part only you can understood what is the stability. You ask me the stability part now. Is not it? Is not it? Stability part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last class I have discussed about the organoleptic characteristics. That is, what are the types? Actually, I am not going to the depth. I am just give the what is the type of, that is physical properties and the chemical properties. Is not it? Is not it? Am I audible to you? Please respond, students.
You are breaking up, sir.
Okay. So previous class I am just discussing about the only the parts of your preformulation studies. Okay, that is physical characteristics and chemical characteristics. Is that it? So I just in the next class, today class, I am just discussing about the what is the physical characteristics. Okay, first one is the organoleptic characters. So what do you mean by organoleptic characters? Do you have any idea?
Characters which can be felt by our organs.
Yes, already you have told in your yes previous class also, that is what are these? That is colors, odor, taste, smell. Is not it? Okay. So these are the organoleptic characteristics. Okay. So in case of organoleptic characteristics, that is for the drug, what are the organoleptic characteristics? In case of color, it may be off-white, it may be cream yellow, it may be tan, or it may be shine. Okay. By these are the parts of the, that is color of the organoleptic properties. Next one is the odor. So odors are pungent, sulfurous, fruity, aromatic, and odorless. Another one is the taste, that is acidic, bitter, bland, intense, sweet, and tasteless. Okay, so it is determined by visual what inspection, is not it? So that is the organoleptic characteristics of what
Drugs.
drugs. Not only
Drugs.
drugs, it is also the excipients also. Okay, when you are going for the organoleptic characteristics, you can see all the parameters, that is color, odor, taste, and what it will be. It will be maybe off white, yellow, tan, and shiny. Okay, you have to observe it and you have to note it on in your practical goals. Fine. So bulk characterization. Bulk characterization, that means it is the properties of what? It is the properties of bulk characterization means what? What do you understand by bulk characterization? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea what do you mean by bulk characterization? No idea. Yes or no? No. Okay.
No.
So have you heard the term that is crystalline or amorphous?
Yes.
Yes,
What does it mean?
Yes, sir.
So crystalline, it have that solid set shape and structure, but
Yeah,
amorphous doesn't have.
yeah. Crystalline substances have some definite shapes, but in case of amorphous, it does not have any shapes. Okay. So in case of bulk characterization, we have to check for the crystallinity. That means the properties of the crystal, the habit of the crystal. Habit means that is the internal structure of the drug. Okay, that is the internal. We have to check the internal structure. There are very, if it is in crystalline form, they have various different structures. Is not it? Have you previously you have studied all these things? What is the structure of crystal forms? How many types of crystal forms are there? Have you studied? Yes or no? Have you studied about the crystal forms? What is the characteristics of crystallinity? Yes or no? You just please reply. Amina.
So they have definite boiling point.
Yes, Perminus. Yes, Perminus or Ambrose? Ambrose. Yes. Tell me what you want to say.
So I didn't get it. It's about crystalline structures, right?
Yeah. Do you have
They have definite.
previously you have studied all about what are the types of crystalline structures? How many types?
We have uh, hexa. I don't know. I forgot.
Cubic,
Chloronic.
orthorhombic,
Trombic, yeah.
clinics
Yeah, Samsu, what?
and sir cubics are cubics are orthorhombic and sir triclinic trigonal and
Yes,
sir
Hexagonal.
hexagonal. Yes, yes. Very good. Then,
and
আমি না কোৱা কি কৈছা?
monoclinic
Yes,
7 types.
yes,
Orthorhombic.
yes. There is 7 types of
Yes, sir.
crystalline shapes. Is not? Okay. Okay. So, according to their shapes, they have maybe have different properties. Okay. So, the characteristics of a drug is depend upon their structure. That means crystallinity. If they have the different shapes and size, they maybe show the different characteristics. Okay, but do you have what do you mean by, can you say what do you mean by polymorph and what do you mean by isomorph? What do you mean by isomorph?
So polymorph can show two or more crystalline form.
Two or more crystalline form in what?
Yeah.
Two or more crystalline form of what? It is a incomplete answer. It is not completed. Polymorph মানে কি? Anyone? Ambrose, do you want to say something about polymorph? What do you mean by polymorph? Yes, Sri?
The polymorphism, sir, chemical composition to same হয়, but the packaging the structure to বেলেগ হয়.
Yeah, that means it has the same chemical composition, but their structural properties are different. They have different, more than one structural, that means characteristics, is not it? They have different structural characteristics. So, what do you mean by isomorph?
Single structural characteristic.
Yes, single structure but different compound. In case of polymorph, same compound but they have different structural characteristics. But in case of isomorph, that is same structure but for different compounds. Okay. So, so why it is required in case of the preformulation? Do you have any idea why it is required? Crystallinity, that is bulk characterization, polymorphism, that is isomorph. Why it is required in case of the preformulation study?
So because if a chemical drug might have different show polymorphism, but only one of the structural formula will only will only have therapeutical effect.
Not only that, yes, definitely that is the right answer. Okay, some that means if some drug, if some molecule have different, that is their personal shapes. Okay, that is different polymorphism, different that is characteristics. But some, in case of some characteristics, it may be compatible with the other excipients. If someone let example silver nitrate. Silver nitrate have 3 polymorphs. Okay, that means silver nitrate have 3 different shapes. But in case of silver nitrate, it is stable only when it is comes under second polymorph for a pharmaceutical formulation. So crystallinity, polymorphism, it is the very important for the preparation of a drug. Okay, understood all of you? All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
এবার কই দিও
আকৌ ক'ব লাগিব
Sir, কৈ দিয়ক।
কোনে কৈছে? সামিম সুলতানা কাক ক'ব লাগে? কোনে কৈছিলে বুলি?
Sir, মই লোকমানে কৈছো।
আচ্ছা, লোকমান। আচ্ছা, লোকমান, তুমি বুজি পাইছানে পলিমৰফিজম মানে কি?
Sir, এটা কম্পাউণ্ডৰ sir দুটা থাকে।
চোৱা, polymorph মানে এটা compound. If it is silver nitrate, it may have, if it is in crystalline form, it may have more than, that means one shape and size. If it is more than one shape and size, then it is called as a polymorph. Okay? এতিয়া কথা এটা কৈছো, মই তোমাক দেখুন এইটো different shapes of crystals. দেখিছানে? এখন শ্লাইড এখন শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিছো, দেখিছানে তোমালোকে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So কি থাকিব পাৰে? Cubic, tetragonal, triclinic, orthombic, hexagonal, monoclinic and trigonal. These are the types of
Trigonal.
shapes. Okay. So these are the types of shapes for the crystals. Polymorphism মানে কি? ধৰি লোৱা ইয়াত কেইটা দেখিছা? প্ৰথমতে কি দেখিছা? Cubic দেখিছা? You have seen cubic, tetragonal and triclinic. Let take, if the silver nitrate, example is if we are taking silver nitrate, if silver nitrate shows this type of, that means three characteristics of shapes. Okay, if they have three shapes, three different types of shape, that means it may be shows the shape different characteristics when we are going for the preparation of a formulation. If the silver nitrate have shows the tetragonal shape, then it may have shows the different characteristics. But when we are taking in case of cubic, it shows the also shows the different characteristics than second one. Understood, Lukman?
Yes, sir.
বুজি পাইছানে? তিনটা ফৰ্মত থাকিব পাৰে, ঠিক আছে? তিনটা ফৰ্মত থাকিব পাৰে। তিনটা ফৰ্মত থাকিলে যদি আমি সেকেন্ড ফৰ্মটো লওঁ, সেকেন্ড ফৰ্মটো কি আছে? টেট্ৰাগোনাল। যদি সিলভার নাইট্রেট যদি টেট্রাগোনাল ফর্মত থাকে, then silver nitrate has shown the different characteristics. If it is in cubic, then it may shows the different characteristics. So we have to identify in which form the particular drug or particular molecule is in their form. If it is in case of isomorph means same structure. Structure may be same, but it does not have, that means it is a different compound. So cubic hobo pare, cubic tumar sodium chloride hobo pare, cubic tumar potassium chloride hobo pare. That is the example of isomorph. If it has the same structure but it have the different compound. Different compound hole ki hobo? Structure to same hole ki hobo? Different compound hole ami banabo parim janu? If it is a different compound, is it shows the same characteristics?
No, sir.
No. Their structure may be same, but it does not reflect. It did not reflect any same characteristics because the compound is different. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So different shapes of crystals. How many shapes of crystals we have seen? That is crystalline and amorphous, depending on their internal structure of the compound. Internal structure means what? These are the structures, that is cubic, tetragonal. Okay, so these are the structures, these are the internal structure we can classify, that is that is crystalline and amorphous. Okay, so crystalline compounds have different spacing of constituent atom or molecule in three-dimensional array. These are all are three-dimensional. See, okay. So the all internal molecules or compounds have been in the form of three-dimensional forms. Okay. So in amorphous, the atoms or molecules are randomly placed. They are not in the definite shape. Understood? They do not have definite shape. But in case of crystalline, they are in the three-dimensional form. Okay. So solubility and dissolution rates are greater for amorphous form and then crystalline. So those who are in the amorphous form, then they have the higher solubility and dissolution rate. Okay, তোমালোকে দেখিছানে? যদি if it is in the very fine fine in size, then it is easily dissolved because of their crystalline properties. Okay. So polymorphism already I have discussed. What is polymorphism? You already understood, is not it? Do you have any confusion about polymorphism? Do you have any confusion about polymorphism? Polymorphism
No, sir.
means that is many size for same compound. Okay. So in case of polymorphism, they have different physical properties or they have different crystalline shapes, but they have same chemical properties. Their physical properties may vary, their crystalline shapes may vary, but they have same chemical properties. Why they have same chemical properties? What is the criteria? Why they have same chemical properties?
Because it is the same compound, sir, having
Exactly.
different.
It is the same compound, that's why it shows the same chemical properties. Okay. So polymorphs are two types, that is anisotropic and monotropic. Okay, that is two types of polymorphs are there. So the polymorphs which can be changed from one from into the another by varying temperature or pressure is called anisotropic polymorph. Okay, so there is two type of polymorph, that is one is the anisotropic and another one is the monotropic.
Monotropic.
Okay, so anisotropic polymer, which are the anisotropic polymers? That is, they can be changed by varying temperature and pressure. Okay, so you understood why temperature is very important for a formulation. Okay, if the particular chemical, if the particular excipient or if the particular drug have the anisotropic properties, then it may vary by the temperature and pressure of the our surroundings. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
না বুজি পোৱা
Yes,
নাই?
sir.
বুজি
Yes,
পোৱা
sir.
নাই? অনুভৱ বুজি পাইছা?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is monotropic? One polymorph, that is one polymorph which is unstable at all temperature and pressure is called monotropic. So monotropic polymorphs are very unstable in all temperature and pressure conditions. Okay, in case of anisotropic, if it is stable in the lower temperature, we can keep it stored in the lower temperature. But in case of monotropic, it is in any time in all temperature and pressure, it is unstable. So example is glyceryl stearate. So in case of glyceryl stearate, it is that means act as a monotropic polymorph. Okay. So polymorphs differ from each other with respect to their physical properties. Okay. So what is the polymorph? How can you, that means distinguish polymorph? It is depends upon their physical properties. What are the physical properties? That is solubility, melting point, density, hardness, then compression characteristics. What do you mean by solubility? Solubility means what? What do you mean by solubility?
Ability to
Dissolving
ability
temperature.
that
The ability to dissociate in
In a
polar compounds.
yeah, in polar compounds or in a suitable solvent. So what is melting point? What is
The
melting point?
temperature at uh, the, the temperature at the substance melts.
Yes. What temperature the substance become melted? That is the highest temperature. Okay. Okay. That a peak point of the temperature when the substance become change their state. Okay. That is called melting point. And what is density?
mass per volume.
Mass per volume. Okay. What is hardness?
rigidity of the substance.
Hmm. Okay. So how can you determine hardness for a tablet? Do you know how can we determine the hardness? Hardness is the one of the important factor for the preparation of tablet. So do you know how can we determine the hardness of a tablet?
By
Sir,
knowing the breaking
half-life.
point.
No, not half-life.
By
By knowing the breaking point.
How? What is the instrument used
So
for the?
the applying pressure.
applying pressure, sir.
Yes, applying pressure definitely. What is the instrument we will use?
Sir, punching machine.
কোনে কোলা punching machine?
Sir, more meter.
Donasmita?
Hi, sir. Answer.
No, it is wrong answer. So, hardness. How can you calculate the hard? So, is it? Are you feel the echo sound?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay now? No.
Yes.
Yes.
So, hardness. How can you
Visible.
determine the hardness? We can determine the hardness with the help of Monsanto hardness tester. It is not the punching machine, or we are not applying any pressure externally. Okay, with the help of Monsanto hardness tester, we are just calculating the hardness. We just put the particular tablet in Monsanto hardness tester, and we have to roll the lever. Okay, at what time we just calculate the scale is there. We just calculate if it start from 0. We just calculate the pressure. One of you, Raktim, and some of you just please mute your mic. Okay. So by this process only we can calculate the hardness with the help of Monsanto hardness tester. Okay. I will show the video if possible when I will end the college. Then I will show you the video. Okay, how we can go for the hardness. So compression machine, tablet compression machine, that is compression characteristics we have to check with the tablet compression machine. Okay, so that means physical characteristics of the polymorphs. That is, it may vary the melting point. Okay, if the polymorphism, that means polymorphs are different shapes and size, that means it may vary the melting point, then density, then hardness and compression characteristics. So compression characteristics means what kind of characteristics it may vary. Can anyone say something about the compression characteristics? Do you have any idea what is compression characteristics? No.
So
No.
the drug should have, sir, adequate, sir, binding property to compress.
Compression characteristics, it is binding property. That means it may show some cracking, it may show some picking, sticking. Okay, cracking means what is cracking effect? Do you know? In case of the compression, at the time of compression, the tablet become breakdown. Okay, when you are going for the punch. Okay, when we have punch the tablet, what is the portion we have called in the tablet compression machine? What is the part where the compression goes on? What is the part's name? Do you know? Tablet compression machine. Do you have studied about the tablet compression machine? Yes or no? No.
No, sir.
Okay. So tablet compression machine, that is two parts are there. One is die, another one is hooper. Okay. We have to put the tablet in the die. That is die, and another one is the punch. Another one is the punch is there, and the lower portion is the called die. the die will rotate like clockwise direction, okay? And same condition, the punch will also rotate in clockwise direction. In some portions are there where we just apply the forces, okay? We apply the forces from the punch to the die. In the die portion, we have some free areas where we have to put the drugs, or that is called granules, okay? So when it if it is the different polymorphs, it may show some cracking characteristics. When we punch both die and punch, when we put the in force, we are just putting the die and punch, then the tablet become cracked, or it may stick in the upper portion of the die, or it may stick in the upper portion of the punch. Okay, so this is the characteristic. Some it may show some different characteristics if they have we are using different polymorphs of a particular drug. So see here, given the example, that is chloramphenicol exists in ABC forms. That means they have different polymorphs, different shapes. That is A, B, and C forms. Of this, B form is the most stable and most preferable. So if we are find chloramphenicol in 3 forms, so we are using only B forms. Why? Because in case of B forms, it shows the most stability. Understood?
Yes, sir.
নাই বুজা ইয়াশ্ৰী বুজি পাইছা নে কিবা
অকমান বুজা নাই স্যার
বুজা নাই that means বুজি পাবলৈ একো অসুবিধা নাই যদি এইটো কথা ক'বলৈ গৈছো যদি ইয়াৰ characteristicsটো বেলেগ বেলেগ হয় if it shows the different characteristics when it shows the different characteristics when it have the different polymorphs different size different crystalline properties okay. So chloramphenicol example to loa chloramphenicol keta part of poa jay keta type of poa jay tinta type of poa jay ABC means what? ABC means these are see this slide see if ABC means like it is hexagonal and monoclinic and trigonal, okay. So here's say that B, that is monoclinic, is the most stable form. Why it is stable form? In this structure of the chloramphenicol, it has the highest stability property. Understood? Now it is understood?
Yes, sir.
বুজি পাইছে নে এতিয়া?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay?
স্যার ডাউট আছে
কি ডাউট আছে?
স্যার সদায় মানে সেকেন্ড শেপ হ'ব সেইটোৱে বহুত ষ্টেবল হ'ব নি
সেইটো সব ক্ষেত্ৰত নহয়, সেইটো only because of the chloramphenicol. This is applicable only chloramphenicol. Like example, hexagonal, monoclinic, and trigonal. See, these are the 3 types of shapes we have found in case of chloramphenicol. Okay. So, in case of chloramphenicol, monoclinic is the have shown the highest stability in comparison of hexagonal and trigonal. বুজি পালা?
Yes, sir.
So, that is characterization. That is characterization. That is bulk characterization. Okay. So, how can you determine the bulk characterization? Bulk characterization can be determined by these analytical techniques. Okay. তোমালোকে কেনেকে গম পাবা which one is the that means have shown the crystalline property or which one have shown the amorphous? How can you determine? কেনেকে গম পাবা? কেনেকে গম পাবা কোনটো shape কেনেকুৱা হয়? No idea. Samsud কোৱা? Samsud Zaman.
Sir, can you repeat the question, please, sir?
Are you there in my class?
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Okay. So my question is, how can you determine the crystalline or that means amorphous properties of a particular substance? How can you determine? How can you know this one is the amorphous, this one is the crystalline? and what shape the particular, if it is in polymorphs, then how can you determine the polymorphism?
Sorry, sir. I
Don't
don't know
know.
the exact answer. No, sir.
Okay. Mustakuz,
sir.
Mustakuz কোৱা তুমি কেনেকে গম পাবা কোনটো characteristics আছে বস্তুটোত if it is crystalline properties or it is amorphous. Don't know.
Sir, যদি specific melting বা boiling point থাকে তেতিয়াহ'লে sir সেইটো sir
Mhm.
crystallization sir পৰিব sir crystalline properties ত পৰিব.
Simple. You observe with the help of microscopy.
Microscope.
Is not it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the different techniques. You have seen? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is. So please turn to the mic. Okay. So now that is microscopy. Hot stage microscopy. Thermal analysis. X-ray diffraction. That is infrared spectroscopy. Proton magnetic resonance. Then nuclear magnetic resonance. Scanning electron microscopy. So these are the types. These are the analytical methods for the that means determination of polymorphism or characteristics. Okay.
Thing.
Okay. So all of you just turn off your mics. It is sound is totally echo. It becomes echo. Okay. Okay. So simply you have seen the microscopes. I think all of you have seen the microscope. So we just took the particular drug, that means substance, into the microscope. By the help of microscope, we can understood it has the amorphous or crystalline. For the determination of what type of if it is polymorph, so what are the different polymorphism, that means polymorph crystals are found, we have to go for that is electron microscopy or hot stage microscopy. Okay. And thermal analysis also. So in case of thermal analysis, we are going for the differential scanning calorimetry, that is called DSC analysis. Okay. So next, with the X-ray diffraction also, we can understand what type of characteristics that particular drug or molecule have. So have you heard the term that is thermal analysis, X-ray diffraction, infrared spectroscopy, PMR, NMR, SEM? Have you heard the term previously? Have you heard the term? Yes.
X-ray diffraction and infrared spectroscopy heard, sir.
শুনিছা তোমালোকে ক'ত শুনিছা? এনালাইসিছত শুনিছা?
Analysis.
Yes. Thermal analysis শুনিছা নে তোমালোকে?
কনসেপ্টটো গম পাও কিন্তু কি হয় এটো গম নাপাও স্যার।
কি কনসেপ্টটো গম পাও, কি বুজি পাইছা thermal? What do you understand about when we are saying that thermal analysis?
So বেলেগ ক্রিস্টালাইন স্ট্রাকচাৰৰ স্যার যোনটো থার্মাল সিগনেচাৰ হ'ব এটো বেলেগ হ'ব স্যার।
Exactly. তাৰপিছত কেনেকৈ গম পাম এটো?
So সেই থার্মাল সিগনেচাৰটো ৰিড কৰি স্যার গম পাম যে কোনটো ক্রিস্টালাইন স্ট্রাকচাৰ হয় এটো।
Exactly. It shows some when we are give the particular drug or particular molecule in the thermal platform. Okay. When we are applying heat, it shows that that means interactions. When we are applying heat, it shows some interaction when it becomes heated. The thermal interaction, that means responses are different for the different that means shapes and crystals. If it is in crystalline form, if it is different polymorphs, they shows the different thermal characteristics when we are in placed in a thermal plate form. By this reading, if it is, if someone, if that means, let's example, chloramphenicol have different three types of different polymorphs. Okay, when we are putting the chloramphenicol in a thermal plate, okay, or in case of DSC, it shows some peaks or it shows some responses in different temperatures. Okay, so if in case of polymorph A, it shows different thermal peaks or thermal responses. In case of in case of for B, it shows different thermal that means responses. In case of C, it shows different thermal responses. Okay, by this process, if it is shows in the range of under the range of B. If it is, that means if chloramphenicol A shows the response in between 100 to 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, if the peak, one of the peak values come in between 100 to 200 degrees Celsius, then we can conclude that is the A portion of the A polymorphism of the, that is chloramphenicol. Is not it? Understood? If it is the thermal range in between the 200 to 300 or 100 to 200, that it is B. If it is comes under the 200 to 300, it is called as a C. Okay, understood? বুজি পাইছানে তোমালোকে এইটো কথা?
Yes, sir.
নাই পোৱা?
স্যার আকৌ এবাৰ কৈ দিয়ক স্যাৰ।
আকৌ এবাৰ কৈ দিম। চোৱা, থাৰ্মেল এনালাইচিছত কি হয়, যদি different polymorph থাকে, they have shown different thermal activities, thermal responses. এতিয়া কথা এটা কৈছো, আমি তোমালোক ধৰা তিনিটা ল'ৰা আছে, ঠিক আছে? তিনিটা ল'ৰা, তোমালোকৰ প্ৰত্যেকৰে তোমালোকৰ যিটো গৰম, সবে গৰমটো টলাৰেট কৰিব পৰা কেপাচিটিটো বেলেগ বেলেগ। ধৰা চামচুৰে তুমি গৰমটো তুমি 30 ডিগ্ৰীলৈকে তুমি টলাৰেট কৰিব পৰা, ঠিক আছে? প্ৰিয়াংকুৱে কৰিব পাৰে ধৰা 40 ডিগ্ৰীলৈকে, আৰু কোনোবা এজনে ধৰা হিয়াশ্ৰীয়ে কৰিব পাৰে ধৰা 50 ডিগ্ৰীলৈকে, ঠিক আছে? যেতিয়া আমি তোমাক এটা ৰুমত তোমাক যেতিয়া ভৰাই দিম, তেতিয়া কি হ'ব? প্ৰথম কোনে ৰিয়েক্ট কৰিব? যেতিয়া আমি 30 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছত 30 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছ আমি টেম্পাৰেচাৰটো বহাই গৈ থাকিম, ইন কেছ 30 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছ প্ৰথম কোনে ৰিয়েক্ট কৰিব? হু উইল ৰিয়েক্ট? শামসুল। কিয়? কিয় কৰিব? because he can tolerate only 30 degree up to 30 degree Celsius. Same case in case of some polymorphs, if they have the tolerant power in the limit, in case of 30 degree, if it is shown the 30 degree limit, then that particular polymorph shows some reaction or shows some, that means interaction in 30 degree Celsius. তেতিয়া আমি কি কৰিম? শামসুদে যেতিয়া 30 ডিগ্ৰী, আমি গম নাপাওঁ সেইটো ৰুমত শামসুদ আৰু তিনিটা মানুহ সোমাই আছে, আমি গম নাপাওঁ। সেইটো যেতিয়া প্ৰথমটো ৰিয়েক্ট 30 ডিগ্ৰীত আহিব, তেতিয়া আমি গম পাম কোনে ৰিয়েক্ট কৰিছে বুলি। কোনে ৰিয়েক্ট কৰিছে বুলি গম পাম? শামসুদ জামানে ৰিয়েক্ট কৰিছে বুলি গম পাম, হয়নে নহয়? সেম কণ্ডিশ্যন, প্ৰত্যেকটো বস্তু ভেলিডেটেড কৰি থোৱা থাকে। প্ৰত্যেকটো বস্তু তোমালোকৰ ধৰা 30 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছত বস্তুটো অলৰেডি ভেলিডেটেড হৈ আছে। যেতিয়া তুমি থাৰ্মেল এনালাইচিছলৈ আহিবা, তেতিয়া যদি কোনোবা এটা টেম্পাৰেচাৰত, সেই ভেলিডেটেড টেম্পাৰেচাৰটোত যদি কি বস্তুটোৱে ৰিয়েক্ট কৰে, পিক দেখুৱাই, তেতিয়া আমি গম পাম যে দিছ কাইণ্ড অফ প্ৰপাৰ্টিজ। কোনটো কেটেগৰীত আহিব আমি ইজিলি আমি কেটেগৰাইজ কৰিব পাৰিম। So, do you understood? Ambrose, are you understood what I am saying? What about the thermal, that means characteristics? Because some chemicals have shown different thermal behaviors. They have the different tolerant powers. Okay, if some have the different temperatures, they have the tolerant power of, that means they have different tolerant power of different temperatures. If chloramphenicol A, that means polymorph of chloramphenicol, that is A, shows the thermal behavior, that is thermal responses in 30 degrees Celsius, and in case of B, it shows the thermal responses in 50 degrees Celsius, then we can conclude that is in 50 degrees Celsius, we can conclude that is chloramphenicol B it is. We can verify that it is chloramphenicol B. So in case of same thing, in case of the chloramphenicol C, if it is shows the thermal responses in 100°C, then we can conclude that it is the polymorph of chloramphenicol C. So understood, Ambrose? Ambrose, are you understood? Are you there? তোমালোকে বাকীখিনি শুনিছানে?
sir.
Okay.
sir.
শুনিছো sir.
So বুজি পালা এইটো বস্তু? Thermal
Yes,
analysis
sir.
skill. Okay, ঠিক আছে. So আজিলে ইমানে হ'ব. In the next class I will discuss about the what is microscopy and what is hot stage microscopy. All the details procedure I will explain. Fine. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So all of you, you just please give your attendance, okay, in your chat box.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you can leave, after giving your attendance, you can leave now. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sure.
Okay.